ARASA Ride Sharing Company ARASA.ca என்ற இணையதளத்துக்கு சென்று The ARASA Drivers App-னை டவுன்லோட் செய்து டிரைவர்ஸாக வேலை வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள். மாதாந்தம் $4,000 வரை சம்பாதியுங்கள். வணிக நிறுவனங்கள் ARASA இணையதளத்தின் மூலம் மளிகை பொருட்கள் மற்றும் உணவுப் பொருட்களை விற்பதோடு வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு டெலிவரி செய்யலாம். தமிழில் தகவல்களை அறியாளையுங்கள். GTA பற்றி 40 ஆண்டுகள் அறிந்து கொண்டவரும் வீடு விற்பனை துறை ஊடாக மக்களால் அறியப்பட்டவருமான சிவா பிள்ளை. 416-854-0005. Taxi broker licensed by City of Toronto.
Recording in
Sorry guys,
progress.
I couldn't able to do last 2 weeks. As usual, everyone, I need to take the vacations too. I want vacation for last 2 weeks in the August, and we are meeting here again today. But I can say today is already August 27th. In our life, our income start from January 1st. We start from zero income, and already 8 months passed. Nothing is late. We never late. Again, when we start, I always talk about, remind you guys how many months left and what we had to do. Okay, do your marketing, prospecting. Whatever in our hand, we had to do it. Interest rate, we don't control it. Real estate market, as a single individual or single office, we cannot control the market. We can only see and we talk. But at the same time, market, we cannot control the market. But we had to make use of whatever going on today surrounding us. That's the only one we can do. In this case, the only way to get success in real estate. I'm telling this from my experience. Since 95, I'm doing real estate. I'm not repeating my stories every day. But at the same time, your marketing. What are the tools you are using to get your marketing is the one going to give you success. 24/7, you have to think about real estate industry. 24/7, you have to work hard on the real estate industry. 24/7, you have to put your efforts for the marketing. That's the only way you can get the clients. Change your marketing style, or else you know what exactly you have to do. Other than the agents who joined last 6 months, every single one we know what we had to do to get more money in the real estate industry, but we are not doing it. Why? So many other factors coming. Everybody have our own excuse. Take out all the excuse and you had to do. Nothing else I can say. All right. I want to share with you one interesting story for the marketing side. This is happened to our office. I was dealing this almost very close to the arbitration level. I was dealing this deal. This particular deal or particular case, I can say, is a 2.5 million on over listed one of the cottage property. One of the cottage property listed over 2.5 million. The listing agent, he did the marketing from Facebook marketing, regular Facebook. Everybody thinking now Facebook is All style Instagram is good. I know Instagram. I'm not against Instagram. I'm not against anything else. But if sometimes the people might think, youngsters especially thinks Facebook maybe is an old strategy marketing. He did the marketing through the Facebook. Where he did under the marketplace. Under the marketplace, you know, there was buy and sell stuff. Under the buy and sell stuff, he posted free of charges for that particular listing as a cottage for sale and income producing over 300,000 a year, and all those advertisements, he put it free of charges under the Facebook. He got a client. After he got the client, the story changed differently, and he doesn't want to multiple lending, and he bring different company agent and this and that. Anyway, that's the reason I'm dealing with the arbitration and the commission negotiation with the companies. But at the same time, I'm here in the Zoom meeting. Everybody's busy today. It's a nice weather. Tamil Fest is going to be today in the evening. Very important day for us. At the same time, I'm using this one, the free marketing. That particular agent got the clients, got a Chinese clients. Sorry to use a community name. Got a Chinese clients. The marketing the site from the Facebook marketplace. Reason I am telling you, today we have, how many agents we have? Now we have 40 members now, is in the Zoom meeting now. There are so many other tools, so many tools we have to do our marketing. Facebook marketing, one of the cheap marketing, $15, $20, you can promote the Facebook. Learn how to do the marketing. The marketplace is a regular common one, but if you have a listing, you want to promote your listing to double in the transaction, you can buy out the Facebook ad, very cheap ad, less than $100. You can directly target lots of people. Learn that one. This is the one reason I am telling this one. The commission dispute right now, 75,000 plus HST commission dispute. I am dealing with that one. He got the clients from Facebook marketplace. Guys, nothing is going to limit our hand. Interest rate is going up. Yes, interest rate is going up. But are we controlling it? No, nothing we can control. Even Justin Trudeau cannot control. Bank of Canada governor saying, government, you stay away. I had to control the inflation. Even Prime Minister cannot, even that's a dispute. You have seen it in the newspaper. Whether government of Canada and Parliament can control the interest rate in the Bank of Canada or no. How many years Parliament was controlling? How many years? From when the Parliament was controlling the Bank of Canada, and it was independent organization. There are so much things you may see in it for the last 1 year. All these issues. But what I am trying to say, we cannot control so many other things. But only thing we can control our time. Only thing we can control our marketing. Only thing we can control our efforts. If you make an effort, you definitely have it. Today, Tamil Fest is going to be there. How many people is going to walk in the street? At least last time we counted, last 2 years was pandemic. Before that one, 2019, me and one of the agent was involved, and we was roughly counted over $150,000. But CTC was said over 200,000. So many people is going to be there. When you go there, go with your business card. Promote yourself in many ways. The success in your hand. You have to do prospecting. Find the people who have money. Find the people who want to buy it. Learn some investment side. Learn one investment side, and the return of investment, cap rate, return of investment, where they are doing the new projects. Move your clients to different direction, and that's going to give you your prospecting and your marketing is the one going to give you success. If we are only looking for the circle of people's, your friends, families, uncle, auntie, and friends to friends, that's the only handful of clients you're going to work. You cannot make real estate as a luxury money. You can make money for living. You can make money for just same as your salary. But if you want to go over the limit, you had to go high. Target different community peoples. I saw one of the real estate agent. He was involved in the Filipino community, and he put the booth, and he was doing the marketing in the Filipino community. Why not? You go to different community peoples and target. Okay, I come back to already 10 minutes past. First 10 minutes I talk general, but today I don't talk only general. I seen the marketplace in the Facebook gave the commission to one of the agent around $70,000. I'm dealing the commission dispute. That's the reason I said your marketing is marketing style is very important. All right, I'm going to start with today's Zoom, but whatever I informed today, new TRREB rule changes, just new TRREB rule changes for the property types. And today, what happened? They already sent you the email. TRREB sent the email, not only the TRREB, and Kannan sent everybody from his own email. He sent it out as a reminder for all our agents. What are the rules change from TRREB, and what we had to do it. Okay, for example, one rule change from TRREB from the rule 345, but rule 35. That's during the COVID time. During the COVID time, they override certain rules, and they did the amendment for certain rules, and they're putting back again to the regular ways. What is the rules means? If we are putting the listing, everybody listen please carefully. If we are putting the listing, you say today, August 27th, you are telling the company to put the listing. And tomorrow you are calling and saying that one seller is not ready to show the property. I put the listing. Seller is still doing the staging and the painting work is not finished. Don't show the property until Tuesday. That won't affect. We cannot do that one. The property come to the market. We had to start the showing right away. Not even 1 hour after. That's the one. The rule 65. The final word I'm using it. This means cannot deny any showing request if the listing is active in the Toronto Real Estate Board MLS system. We had to start to take MLS system, the MLS and the system. After the date of the listing must be immediately available for showing, inspection, and registration of the offer. Showing, inspection, and registration of the offer. Okay. That's mean if you put the listing in the market, you cannot tell the office, don't show today, we are not ready. Okay, for example, the rule was there for a long time, but at the same time, during the COVID time, they put some special for if somebody infected COVID, we don't need to cancel the listing and put it back. They put the suspension. That suspension still there. Suspensions there for permanent suspensions there. That's mean if you put the suspension, the word is using suspension, the meaning, if your property is not available for the market, you had to suspend and block everybody. Don't waste other agents' time. That's mean starting September 6th, if the listing come to the market, this has to be available for showing right away. And you cannot tell the office, don't show it for another few days' time. Okay. The second rule, not a rule change, they make it as a very serious fine and penalties. They increase the property type. Last 2 months or last 3 months, in our office, we have the cases Kannan sent me last night to discuss with you guys. I'm not going to the case by case today because one agent's case. I have 4 or 5 cases already. Property type. When you list the property, you have to list the property right type of the property. Right information in the listing. If we are listing the property type is wrong, so far what happened, last few months, the traps and the notice to saying that when real estate agents fined $100,000 and the office fined $1,000. We already paid 3 times for $3,000. We cannot afford to do that one, but that's changed right now. Here, already changed right now. How much is showing here? 50,000. If you put the property type is wrong, what I had to do, I had to protect myself. If we are bringing the property type is wrong property type. Some agents are even last week, one of the agents sent me all the information saying that one Silvana, this street, everybody is commercial, only this house is sitting there. The seller forgot to apply or seller didn't apply for the commercial change. Okay, I said, what is the problem? Can I put commercial? I said, no. Then he sent me so many information, try to convince me. It's not convincing me. We had to convince TRREB. I can't afford to pay $50,000 fine for your mistake. Not the mistake, your marketing style or your carelessness, or you want to market just one product. The fine is $50,000 fine. The increase of fine to $50,000. I'm going to tell you why this is happening. For example, This has happened for last 6 months. At least Cannon wrote 10 arbitrations, 10 cases for the Toronto Real Estate Board to try to convince what we did is right. No, but they said right away, clearly saying this one we already sent you guys. We can send it again if you want. You can go and check August 19th, Friday, August 19th, 121 p.m. We sent the email saying that one. They clearly mark the condo townhouses has to be condo townhouses, not land piece townhouse, not attached townhouses. Condo townhouse has to be condo townhouse. How many? Sometimes the agents coming and argue with me. The whole street listed as a freehold, and especially the land piece townhouses. They're saying is under the they don't want to put the POLT category. They want to put as a freehold category. So the sellers they come and argue. Seller saying this is a freehold. What we're going to do? We're going to create the form saying that one. The seller need to sign, agent need to sign the property type. In that case, any cases come, we can send it to the Toronto Real Estate Board. The salesperson and the seller personally liable for the penalties. Not office cannot take the penalties. Okay. Every listing you have to be carefully check it. What is today's standard? Whatever the previous listing, even TRREB put it very clearly. Okay. I am reading the Toronto Real Estate Board the extract wording. You should also never just rely on how the property was listed. The property may have been previously listed incorrectly. That doesn't relieve you or your obligations. You have to check it yourself. You have to do your due diligence and list the property under the right categories. Previous listing 5 times was wrong. Doesn't mean you can make wrong. The street listings was wrong. You can do that one. I mostly get a problem for the land piece properties and some condo. So detached condo, prosperity pathway, detached condo. Even I started 1995, the time I started, that was a detached condo. Nothing will change. Still, your agent coming and saying it's a detached house. But that's a condo. Big fine, guys. Okay, we had to be carefully check every little thing, your property type. I am giving the secretaries before the listing come. One secretary putting the listing, other secretary checking the property type. You don't want to pay $50,000 penalty. Hope you understand. I have lots of questions to discuss today, but at the same time, one agent send me the 2 questions I promised to discuss. After that one, I'm going to go through the property type. What are we supposed to talk today? And one agent sent me and asked me for the question saying that one. But do I need to have a will? Some clients asking him, and he is waiting my meeting today to inform them. Do I need to have a will? Everyone we had to have a will. Everybody basically we always talk about that we had to have a will. But his question: if I do have the will and I don't have the will, what is the big difference? We can bring Rishani again one day, or not right now. She did recently after 2 months. Whatever, we can bring this full topic as a full course. I'm going to go as a short inform. Yes, if we have a will, you are telling whatever the asset, how you going to distribute the asset to the government after your life. You can write a living will, whatever you're supposed to do. If you are not capable while you are in the hospital or while you are mentally incapable or anything happened to you before you die, what your wish and what you had to do, that's called living will. Other one is a regular will. Okay, the living will is important if somebody think they had to control their life, even though the question is regarding, okay, they are sending the living will, they want to control their life until they die. Regular will, distribution of the asset. With the will and without will. Yes, there's a difference between the with the will and without will. Even though you have a will or without will, every asset has to go to the probate. The probate fees you had to pay and you had to go to the probate. What the difference between the with asset and without asset? The property types are 2 kinds. Either you own your property alone, that means this has to go through will. And if you are a married person, if you have a matrimonial house and the 2 people's own, there is no need of will. The existing spouse going to get the property. But if you have more than one property as an investment properties and everything, you have 2, 3 kids and a wife too. What's going to happen? Let's go through the will. Let's go through the will for sure. And the wife, the existing spouse, only up to 200,000. Without will, she can control it only up to 200,000. For example, you have 5 houses. You have 5 houses and your primary residence. You and your wife is equal partners or matrimonial side. The existing partner going to get with will or without will, that's for them. Okay, with will is there's some issues there. Without will, for example, okay, the existing spouse going to get the matrimonial house or primary residence. The other property, I have 4 other properties. The spouse have the rights only $200,000 without will. If it's with the will, yes, they can say this particular house for the spouse. The particular spouse can get it. What you had to do, we had to apply for the probate. If you have the will, you can put it. Who is the one going to be the executor for that particular the probate? In that case, the particular person could handle it. Otherwise, you had to nominate one person. The probate cost, also the question the salesperson asked me, the probate cost up to $50,000. Up to $50,000, there is some leniency there. Even though sometimes we don't need to go to the probate, the property value is less than $50,000 or the asset value is less than $50,000. Without probate, sometimes we handle it. There are some cases, the time of the closing, they never went to the probate. The kid's name was there. We signed the affidavit and work on it. The value less than 50,000 and this and that. Okay, the probate cost for up to $50,000, only $5 for $1,000. That's been probate cost. We had to pay to the Ontario government for transferring from one person to other person. This tax, guys, your money you're giving your kids, you're giving your wife, still is a tax. Okay, the probate tax. That's the way the government charge. $5 for first 50,000. $15 for after, that's been after $1,000, 1.5%. You can see $15 maybe looks easier. 1.5% as a probate tax we had to pay to the Ontario government to go there. This is we can do this more detail for the another session from Rishani or anybody else. And Rishani will do it after a few months again the probate side. Today, that's not the special one for me today. Today, we had to talk about the property type. And other question I promised for one of the agent, he's making an offer for the cottage property. And he asked me to yesterday or day before yesterday, Thursday night, can you briefly explain to me about the cottage? I said, I can. I cannot send you to spend the time with you, only briefly explain for the cottage. I did many times. Come to the Zoom, I will tell you the briefly 5 minutes, only 5 minutes I take. Then I had to go back to my regular training. The 5 minutes I can tell you roughly what you had to look at for the cottage when you buy the cottages. Of course, everybody, you all knew for the septic tank and the water well. Not only that one, guys. Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning. You can make a note, and we send you the email for a few months ago for you guys what you had to watch for the cottages to buy. I can do the email back to you guys one day, but today maybe you make a note if you want to do it. Okay, number one, the insurance cost. Cottage insurance. Hi, can you move it for me, please? The cottage insurance is very high because if you think the cottage is coming waterfront or else across the road is the water. That's been water excess. What will happen? Insurance, the water damages can easily come to the cottages. That's been number one point. I could say how much the insurance going to cost you for the cottage. Just write it down. Check it out. Or else you may end up getting the insurance without the water damages. Without the water damages, you may need to go. I experienced myself. The insurance company asked me from last year for my own cottage, $1,000 a month, $12,000 premium for the insurance premium alone, $12,000 per year. Okay, number one is insurance. Number two, access to the cottage. Access to the cottage is important because the cottage area, sometimes the municipal road, sometimes it's not a municipal road. You have to pay for the money. Muskoka, and there are some different places. People contribute the money, and they contribute the money to shovel the snow and access for the access. Even I seen it one in Manitoulin Island. 2 years ago, when I go there are certain streets, their own city said, snow time, we are not afford to clean the snow. If you are buying the cottage, if you are buying a cottage, you live only for the summer, just it's useful. If you are buying the cottage for the all season cottage, check the access to the cottage. Okay, check the access to the cottages. The third one, you have to know for the winterization, the plumbing, electrical and installation and windows and everything. If you have to know if we are going to use the cottage for all seasons and how to winterizing the places, especially the plumbing. Just if we have the swimming pool, swimming you have to winterize. The winter time you have to do the winterize for the swimming pool, swimming pump. Otherwise, what will happen? It will damage. And electricity, how the electricity going to work out? Electricity, gas, you have to check the gas side, whether it's a propane gas or electric baseboard system. And based on that one, your cost is going to be there. I'm telling you only for what do you watch as a salesperson, just to know yourself. But we are salespeople, we have to sell it. But I'm telling you as a knowledge side, no, not discouraging to buy you anything. Okay. Now it's a cottage sale. People are making more money for the cottage properties rather than any of the regular houses, because that much demand since the pandemic came out. General maintenance, guys, is important. If you are buying the cottage with 4 acres, 5 acres land, if you are buying the 4 acres with land, who is cutting the grass for you? It's a tree lot or grass lot. If it's a grass lot, there's more value than tree lots. Tree lots, yes, you had to, the trees, tree lots, you had to know how to maintain the tree lots. And if it is a grass, who is cutting the grass and what kind of equipment you had to cut the grass, how much time you can spend, or I mean the buyer can spend. That's they had to have there something in your mind. The water quality is very important, guys. Sometimes agents are complaining. Even last week, one of the salesperson called me and they rented from one of the other real estate salesperson that that cottage is 3 days. The 3 days they charge for over $2,500 and everybody go there. The water smells bad. I know that they carry the drinking water. Yes, that's everybody carry the drinking water when they go to the cottages for the safety side. But they was expecting the water is good for the washing the face and taking the shower. They said the water, when they open the water smells bad. Is in the what do you call Markham Beach area. But I'm not saying once in a while there's a problem comes. Ask them the water quality and check the water quality is free of charges. You can take the water and check it out, and you can ask the seller if they have a previous reports for the different season report. You can get those ones. Somebody asked me, I am giving information. I'm not selling. These are sales point. These are the point for the knowledge points. The local amenities are important. Where is the hospital located? Where is the shopping centers are important. Maybe if you go to the cottage, you had to expect at least 30 minutes drive. You can't expect this going to be walking distance for the mall and amenities, but at least 30 minutes drive is fine. There are some places you have to check it out. What are the stores are there? What time they open? What are the hospital facilities and those kind of things. Again, environmental side is important. So there are some areas environmental side is important. Even though cottages, waterfront cottages or regular cottages, that depending on the area and depends where it's located. Specific septic system definitely is going to be 99.9% septic system, but septic system is a normal system. We don't need to worry about the septic system. Septic system works fantastic. We don't need to have a very luxury maintenance or anything for the septic system. It's a regular. Most of the properties are septic system, but look at it either septic system or holding tank. Even there is one property is in the Bowmanville area. The septic system is part of the other land, because the mother and the daughter was having the 2 cottages, and the daughter sold the cottage, and mother's septic bed went inside the daughter's land. They never cared. They was living for 20-30 years. After daughter sold the property and left, the new owner saying that one, your septic system is coming to my land and change it. They don't have place to change. They change it as a holding tank. The difference between the septic system and holding tank: septic system is a system automatically clean the water out and send the clear water to the regular land. Holding tank is only going to hold it. And what they had to do, they had to come time to time and pump it out. They have time to time and pump it out. That's what's holding tank. But the problem is a holding tank, the mortgages. I'm not saying the people who living is a problem because they can pay the money every 4 weeks. Somebody can come and remove it. And if there are more people, they can say every 2 weeks, come and clean it up. And a little bit money extra involved. That's not a big money. But at the same time, if it is a holding tank, getting the property mortgages is going to be an issue. Then check it out with even the funny part, one of the salesperson from another company, he said he bought 2 cottages in the same week, and the home inspector was one of the close friend of mine was saying after they bought it, only they understand that's not a septic system, is a holding tank. Careful for those ones. And rent control. But if you are buying the property and you are saying I can be there only a few weeks and I can do Airbnb or I can rent it out to somebody else and this and that. Yes, you can do that one. Nothing wrong with that one. But that's called Airbnb. But whenever you are not using it, you can let somebody else use. But there are area restricted. Some areas every 3 houses, 1 in every 3 houses, you cannot have Airbnb. Side by side, they don't allow. All depends on the municipality. How many maximum Airbnbs can register in that particular municipality? That's controlled by the municipalities. Different regions are different. In that case, before misleading the clients, let them do their due diligence. You don't need to get involved as a real estate agent. One day you sell the gas station, one day you sell the cottages, one day you sell the farmland with the animals, and one day you go for 4,000 square foot, 5,000 square foot custom house. In that case, we are not expecting you to have the full knowledge, but tell the clients to do their due diligence and try to get some information from the right peoples rather than going through the courts and getting into trouble. Okay, now any question anybody have? Any question anybody have for the two areas I covered so far for the probe estate and as well as and the cottage, what we had to look for the cottages roughly? If not, I'm going through what I was saying, property types. And I have lots of questions to discuss. Anyway, I'm going to go to property types. Again, the reason I picked the property type is 2 reasons. Today is a meeting. One of our salesperson send me the MLS listing. Is there in Keel and Shepherd. I'm not going to give you the property address. That's confidentiality for his own sales. Keel and Shepherd area, the property is co-ownership apartment. He sent me the listing, and the listing is active right now. Is in Shepherd and Keel area. It's a co-ownership apartment. Then he called me and asked me, Silvana, can you explain what is co-ownership apartment means? Then I said, okay. Again, it's a major topic. In that way, I said, okay, come to the Zoom. I will go through and go and explain to you. First, I'm going to talk about that one now. I'll come back to that again too. Under the condo side, when we go to the condo side, there are different category of the properties are coming under the condo side. Under the condos, give me a moment, guys. I am pulling the listing information for the condo site, then I don't miss anything to go through. All right. When we go to the condo side, I'm going to go through the condo. In that case, easy for this training. Number one, condo, common element condos. Yes, common element condos are the normal condos. No normal condos we are looking at right now. The regular condos are we are talking as a common element condo. When we list the property, we had to list the right type too. That's the reason 50,000 fine for the trap. But the common element condos are regular condos. Whatever you're buying, basically I can say whatever they built after 80s, the government doesn't give too much freedom to build other regular condos. The common element condos. The common element condos change. I believe is in 2004. 2004, I believe, is changed to whatever. Not really a change. They give the opportunity for the management to charge the hydro and the water and the electricity separately. Used to be when they build the boilers. When they build the boilers, the hot water is cheaper to heat up. Later on, they said, okay, you can have your own hot water tank inside the unit. Those things change after 2004, if I am right. I might be wrong for the years. And what happened, even common element condos can be two kind. Either everything is including Everything is including, or hydro separate. The gas, they don't make the gas for each and every units. No, they don't do that for the because of the safety reason. Safety reason, condos, they don't give the gas line to each and every unit. Electricity line, yes, they give the electricity line for each and every condos. And the gas line, no. The gas line for the condos, we can see for the all the condos, the hot water boilers. Hot water boilers, maybe boiling the hot water by gas, that's cheaper anyway. Anyway, those are the common element condos. Second thing, condo apartment. Condo apartments means not much different for the common element condos and the condo apartment. Especially condo apartments means, now it's change it. Condo apartment means everything is including, mostly everything is including the maintenance fees is condo apartment. Common element condos, the maintenance fees as well as gas bill is coming separately. Condo townhouses, yes, you can see the condo townhouses, maintenance fees is there. Under the condo townhouses, maintenance fees, you look at it whenever you buy. Insurance, mostly those days they make it as a condo townhouses. Insurance is a common insurance. The reason, the one person doesn't pay the insurance and get the fire, I don't want anybody, they don't want anybody else affected. In that case, condominium condo townhouses, they collect the fees, insurance, fire insurance, not damage insurance, the regular fire insurance, they pay themselves. That means the insurance is including the condo townhouses. All those olden days, the water is not that expensive. In that case, all the townhouses, water is included. Mostly all the townhouses, if we can see, condo townhouses, the water and the insurance is combined together with the maintenance fees. And some condo townhouses come with the underground parking. Some of them are parking like other regular detached houses parking, or the parking spot. There are differences there, and you can see it. The next one, detached condos. Detached condos is one of the case I got. Detached condos, it's a detached property, but the maintenance fees is there. That's prosperity pathway. And there are something else in the Nelson area. Those are detached houses, but the maintenance fees is involved. Those are detached condo. The leasehold condos is become famous, not a famous one. I seen the leasehold condos. Came, the builders started to build leasehold condos. There is one leasehold condo, I can give an example, Markham and Taxilo Court. Beside that, the church. Those are the places leasehold condo. And there's another one in Kennedy Road. Recently, I seen it. That's not a very brand new one. That's maybe 5-10 years old. This is only 5 years old condo. What happening for the leasehold condos? The church group, they're holding the land and they're building the property, and they are saying that's lease to own kind of lease to own. Lease to own is not in Canada directly affect, but there are these builders got the chance for that one. That's also, they are very high restricted. You had to buy, if you buy it from them, they may put the age limit of the peoples. At least one person, those condo, that least at least one person for that particular ownership is over 55 years of age, and you cannot sell it yourself to anywhere else. You had the mortgages, bank doesn't want to give the mortgage, but they was giving the mortgages with a high interest rate. And when you want to sell it, you had to ask the permission. If you are selling it to your own family members or even outside people selling very hard. There are some restrictions for the lease code. What I'm talking today is a type of properties is the one my main goal. In this case, lease called condos is there. Relatively, those are much cheaper than the regular market. But if somebody want to buy and live there and die, that's fine. But as an investment perspective, lease, they are not a very good investment side. And there are some other things are there in under the category. You can even list local relevance separately, parking separately. Time chairs. Time chairs is not famous in Canada, but time chairs are very famous in Vegas and Florida. In other countries, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and those are places. Time chairs are very famous. That means you buy the property only for your rights to leave that property only for 2 weeks time. And still you have to pay for the maintenance fees to some management equipment. Your rights for only 2 weeks. Sometimes you buy the properties for pool of properties. Pool of properties you buy it for 25,000, but different countries you have the rights to live there only 2 weeks. 2 weeks or 1 week. How much money you paying there? Every year you go vacation, you go different countries vacation. Those kind of fixed time here. Vacant land condo. Vacant land condo also there. The land is divided as a condo land. These are the one for the condo type. Then I'm going to go to the property type for the detached property type. Sorry, I missed that point. Okay, here the major part I tried to teach, I missed that part. Sorry, there are two kinds. One kind is co-ownership, other one is corporate. Sorry guys, this is the major one. I promised the agent to teach co-ownership. What is co-ownership? What is corporate? For example, I'm going to compare the co-ownership corporate building with a regular condo building. Okay, the question agent asked me co-ownership. The co-ownership, I'm going to compare the co-ownership. The similar kind for co-ownership, corporate building, the easy building, I can say corporate building, 800 Kennedy Road. I usually pick that one all my training because that's one of the condo I made an offer after I became an agent in 95, 96 and went through some experience those days. I picked that condo. Corporate building, 800 Kennedy Road is a corporate building. This is co-ownership building. I'm going to compare the corporate building and co-ownership building with the regular condo. Regular condos, you guys already studied, even though when you was in your phase one class, how to create the condo, the plan number, lot number, and registration of the property. We're creating the condos under the Condominium Act. We are creating the condominium corporation, same as identity of the corporation, identity of the condo, identity. For example, the freehold property, identity of the property. What is identity of the property? Plan number and the lot number, not the postal code, not the postal address. Plan number and the lot number is the identity of the property for the regular freehold property. Same as identity of the property for the condominium, the plan and level and the registration. What we are registering the city. That means what level you are, what apartment in the same level. Say for example, 14th floor. We are coming as a 13 level. Level 13. Apartment number 3, and what is the drawings of the property? Those are identity for the corporation. When it's come to the first time, go to the co-ownership building and the corporate building, their identities are different. For example, corporate building mean, as I said, number 800 Kennedy Road, those kind of properties are corporate building. Corporate building, what you are doing, for example, you can buy 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom. You are buying the chair of the corporation. Again, please understand, if we are buying the corporate building, corporate condos, you are buying the chair of the corporation. That means one person can buy 2 bedroom, one person can buy 3 bedroom. They can say 1.123, 1.156. Those are the percentage of the chair you are owning for the 2 bedroom. And you are buying 3 bedroom condo. They can say you are buying for 2.21, something like that. Percentage of the chair for the whole building. That's what you are buying it. But still, you have the exclusive rights. You have the exclusive rights to live in that condo. But if you want to rent it, you have to get a permission from the board to rent. You cannot buy the condos for the investment purpose unless otherwise you have to disclose the management offer you. If you have lived there for 4 years or 3 years, after that one, you can rent it out. Son can buy to leave the parents. But what I am trying to say, the corporate building, you are not buying the unit. You are buying the exclusive rights to leave that particular unit, but you are buying the chair of the corporation. When you buy the chair of the corporation, the major easy way you can see the taxes, the property taxes, you don't pay your own. The building pay the property taxes. Relatively, maintenance fees is lower. Plus, all the cost is including, because you are not only the owner, but at the same time, the one-time maintenance fees you are paying it. That's including the property taxes, guys. Including the property taxes for the co-op buildings. You pay only just one sum. Relatively lower price. But some seniors, for example, we are salespeople. Whatever we study, We had to make use of it. Somebody selling the property, they are over 60s, and they're saying, I want to buy a condo and live there. Why not? They can buy the corporate building and live there cheaper. And everybody going to be, most of the seniors, they have a bus arranged and they go to casino, and there are a lot of facilities there. Cheaper to live there. Clean, clean, clean. Not many people can go inside. That's a good product for you to sell. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it, corporate building. If somebody come with the money, but hard to get the mortgage. If somebody come with the money, they're selling their bungalow for 1.2 million. They want to buy two bedroom co building for $600. They have the money. Very low maintenance fees, hassle free. But that's not a real unit. That's the exclusive rights, and you are owning the unit until you leave, and you can sell it. Of course, you can sell it, but the market price is lower. And the co-ownership is different than corporate building. As I told you, condo building, you are buying the condo unit, the registration registration level, unit, and the drawings. That's the condo corporation registration. You are owning the condo as well as you're owning the common elements. That's condos, regular condos. Co building, you are buying the share of the corporation, 2% share, 1.5% share, or what are the based on your size of the condo. You are buying there. The next one is that's the one the salesperson asked me. The next one, the co-ownership condo also created the long time ago. The co-building is a chairs. I told you, you can buy the chair. Co-ownership building is a partnership. Under the tenants in common partnership, you are buying the unit under the tenant in common partnership. That means you are owning the unit, but the ownership is tenants in common partnership. But that registration is going to be the whole building. Again, that means your partnership, percentage your partnership again, same as corporation, 1.5 or 2% or whatever is there. But the same time, that one is the corp side. This one is a partnership agreement, and you are buying the tenant in common partnership. How many percentage of the partnership? Again, 1.5% or 2% or based on how many units and how much is the value of that one. That's the way they created already. You are buying those kind. Even here in the listing, I have only 317 for 2-bedroom, 1 washroom. This is a co-ownership. But the co-ownership and the corporate building, I'm not saying bad. It's good for people who have more money. They want to buy and live there. They like the location. They want to buy and live there. Compared to buying the condo or living the apartment, is much cheaper and the clean and everything. But the ownership is different. That's the one I'm trying to say. Co-op building, you are buying the chair. Co-ownership building, you are buying the tenants in common category. The tenants in common category, you are buying the ownership from this particular unit. Anyone have any question? Please come out and ask me if you have any question. Good. Everybody understand? That's very good. I'm going to move to then freehold side right now. Under the listing purpose, freehold side. When you go to the freehold side, freehold properties for the clarification for the freehold properties. Classification for the freehold properties under the property type. Under the property type, we can start with alphabets order, A to Z. That's where they're going. First, attached townhouses. Yes. When you go to attached townhouses, yes, there is a category we had to be careful on the attached townhouses. The first category change for the gatehouses. Even though gatehouses, you can see there are some areas the gatehouses are $3 to $4 million worth. $3 to $4 million worth of mansions, big, huge mansions. That's come under the gatehouse because the peoples are rich. They don't want anybody come there and walk in over there, soliciting the marketing materials or anything. They want to put the gate, and people who are passing by, only the owners can go to there. The roads are private. That fees may be less, but at the same time, Same time, we had to be understand there's a lane fees or only for the gate houses. Gate houses still coming under the detached houses, but we had to put it in the broker clans command, not the broker command. Clans command, we had to put that as a gate house, and the gate house fees for a year $300 per year, $300 or $500. What is the minimum charges going to be there? But that's coming still under the detached property. But the problem came after the lane fees property, lane fees houses, lane fees townhouses, or lane fees detached houses, lane fees semi houses. We already seen the lane fees. Those came under the middle category. That's the detached properties. Detached properties, that under the detached properties, when we list the property, detached property, the reason we are saying detached property is not a condo, even though we are paying the maintenance fees for the lane fees, that's not clarifying under the condos, but it's a lane fees property. The reason there's a survey is involved. You can get the survey, and the survey going to hear the plan number and lot number, but still going to be a maintenance fees is there. But the transaction time, we must have the status certificate. A status certificate is different for this kind of property. If it is less than, I believe it's less than 10 or less than 6. I forgot to look at that numbers before the meeting. Say less than 6, safer side, I believe it's less than 10. They may not going to have the property management to pay the money. One of the person who live there, he can take the responsibilities and making the status certificate and giving the income and expense sheet. How much money we collect, how much money we spend as a regular one. Most of the places you can see the condominium corporations are involved and giving the status certificate. But when we clarifying this one as a lane fees property, condo property different than lane fees property. Guys, please careful. Only way you can separate the condo townhouses, separate than the lane fees townhouses. Condo townhouses, there is no survey. That's under the condominium category. Lane fees property call. We call the lane fees property under the clarification partial of tight land. We call POTL category under the listings. POTL category under the listing, we had to mark POTL category yes if it is a lane fees, and we had to put how much is the monthly fees under the freehold property. Many agents argue they don't even bring the maintenance fees. They don't even put it in the POLT because lack of knowledge. Please, the real estate is our professional job. Don't get in trouble. Again, I repeat again, if you don't understand, the lane fees can be detached, townhouse, semi-house, can be any clarification of the house. Any clarification of the lane fees house coming under the category as detached. After this coming as a detached, we had to mark the column in the listing, partial of tight land, in short inform, POTL, and we had to put the maintenance fees. In that case, we are clear. Okay, I'm going to go through the listing category. Attached townhouses. Attached townhouses is not, can be POTL or else regular attached townhouses. We had to put it as a freehold townhouses. If we have a freehold townhouses, we are putting in the freehold. We are talking about the freehold side right now. Maintenance fees is finished. And the order of A to Z. Number one, attached townhouses in the listing form. Second one, cottages. Just if it are cottages, you can put the cottages. And what kind of cottages? Put it in the, where are you going to put it in? Client's command or broker command? Client command. The reason you have to put the client command, all the listing informations are going through the third-party website. When you go to the third-party website, whatever you're putting in the client command, everybody can read. Whatever you're putting in the broker command in MLS, only the licensed real estate salespeople between the officers, only they can read the broker command. There's a case happening in Ajax area. One of the leading agent, he put the basement. He said basement is an apartment he put. And the broker command, he put is another separate topic. Guys, I'm giving you for the explanation why we had to put it under the broker command or client's command. He put it under the broker command. The basement is non-recto for status of the basement apartment. That's mean basement seller is making as a basement, but does not get a permission from the city. He put that one in the broker command. Okay, not the client command. The client look at the listing from many sources. regular realtor.ca, for example, realtor.ca public website, they look at the property and they came to the salesperson and double in the transaction. During the transaction, he forgot to put it as a non-confirming status of the basement apartment. After bought the property, they tenanted and the legal issues. The tenant, the clients who bought it, they sue the salesperson. The salesperson argument, okay, I already informed it in advance. The information is already in the listing saying that one non-confirming legal apartment, the seller is not responsible, but he forgot to put in the listing anyway. But at the same time, the court said the clients doesn't see that one because under the broker command, clients look at the realtor.ca and client came to him as a multiple transaction because of the multiple offers and busy and 20 offers in the time. Agent missed that part. What I'm trying to say, anything you want to inform to the clients, put it in the client side. Okay. If you want to do some possible vendor take back mortgage, yes, you can put it under the broker command because you're convincing the salesperson as a closing techniques. Any closing techniques you want to use it, you can use it the broker command. Okay. I go back to the point again and the cottages. If the cottages is there, whatever you want to put it in, you can put the listing. But whatever you are putting the listing is not a legal effect, but at the same time, put it in the right information. I went through the cases. One agent put it in as a cul-de-sac. The house is cul-de-sac. The reason he put cul-de-sac, the street is the death street. But cul-de-sac means supposed to be come as a round. Okay, you know that what cul-de-sac means, the French word. The end of the road come as a circle, and we can go to the car as a circle it and go back. But he didn't put that one. The street is a death-ending street. Then he put cul-de-sac. It's a case. RICO, file the RICO. Finally, RICO case. He won. The client won the case. He's one of the former police person came from different city, and there are certain issues. That cul-de-sac is one of the word. He said we bought it because of the easy for the kids to run around, but this is not cul-de-sac. But I didn't know. I thought maybe I expected this a cul-de-sac, even though physically he can see it. The damages is over $20,000 damages, guys. Okay, whatever you are putting the listing, carefully put it in. Even cottages, put whatever you can put. The third category, detached property, semi-detached, and everything under the detached side. Duplex. Duplex means registered apartment. If somebody legalize the apartment as a registered apartment, is supposed to come under the duplex. The next one is a farmland. Fourplex. If it is a fourplex, you can see the lands down or Dufferin or wherever you go, you can see fourplex, threeplex, and everything. Easily we can see in many places you can see the town areas they allow, city allow to build the fourplexes, and eventually Toronto also coming to that level for all the main street. They're going to allow us. That's one of the changes we can expect in the near futures. That's the only way they can bring it down. Now they bring it as a duplex. It's become as an effect right now. It's going to be that kind like European countries. Anyway, the fourplex means the four different category. Link houses. Link houses not detached. Link is link. Detached is link. If your house is linked, or mostly the Markham areas, the new areas, Markham and Seals areas, most of the houses are link houses. Carefully put link, otherwise the client can sue you. And mobile trailer homes, one category, and multiplex. If anything more than fourplex, anything more than sixplex, we put multiplex categories. And rural residential, semi-detached, store and apartment. Store and apartment, we had to clarify as a store and apartment. We cannot put as an apartment, residential category. Store and apartment, you can put residential category, but at the same time, we had to clarify as a store and apartment. Why? The HST issues there. The store area is commercial, is HST issues there. An apartment side, triplex, vacant land, and there are so many things are going on, guys. We have to be careful when you come to when you bring it in for the the listing. We had to put the right listing and not going the commercial right now. You guys all know Rafael Selvakumar. He is teaching for us for the every Fridays. He's teaching the classes and everything. He's one of the senior agent. His daughter's wedding today. They invited me to come at 10 o'clock for the church. Last 2 weeks I didn't take the classes, guys. That's the reason I'm going to go to late. I don't go late to anywhere, but unfortunately I'm going to go to late. But at the same time, I cannot continue the meeting after 10:30. I give you the reason for you guys. Next week is a long weekend. Maybe we can do one more Zoom meeting before the long weekend, or else I can try to do the Zoom if you guys are available in the in the morning time, wherever, whichever country I am in, I can try to do the Zoom meeting. We will see what I do. Today's meeting, I have so many other questions. Agents send me the questions. I have the questions. I don't forget the question whoever sent it to me. One agent sent me offer signed back after expiry date. Other agent sent me refinancing the property with the son name and do I need to pay for the land transfer tax? The other agent sent me what is the difference between there are a few other questions we will discuss during the week or else next Saturday we will discuss. Thank you very much. Sorry, I only doing 1 hour today. As I gave you the reason, he's a senior agent and his daughter's wedding. I had to go, guys. I cannot do anything because of the nature of our friendship. Thank you so much today. Enjoy. Make sure to go to Tamil Fest and is going to be Home Life have a booth. Home Life agents are doing some join together and they are doing the booth in the Tamil Fest. See you guys at the Tamil Fest. Thank you.
ராசா ரைட் ஷேரிங் கம்பெனி TRREB.ca என்ற இணையதளத்துக்கு சென்று ராசா டிரைவர்ஸ் ஆப்பினை டவுன்லோட் செய்து டிரைவர்ஸாக வேலை வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள். மாதாந்தம் $4000 வரை சம்பாதியுங்கள். வணிக நிறுவனங்கள் ராசா இணையதளத்தின் மூலம் மளிகைப் பொருட்கள் மற்றும் உணவுப் பொருட்களை விற்பதோடு வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு டெலிவரி செய்யலாம். தமிழில் தகவல்களை அறியாளையுங்கள். GTA பற்றி 40 ஆண்டுகள் அறிந்து கொண்டவரும் வீடு விற்பனை துறை ஊடாக மக்களால் அறியப்பட்டவருமான சிவா பிள்ளை. 416-854-0005. Taxi broker licensed by City of Toronto. ராசா ரைட் ஷேரிங் கம்பெனி TRREB.ca என்ற இணையதளத்துக்கு சென்று ராசா டிரைவர்ஸ் ஆப்பினை டவுன்லோட் செய்து டிரைவர்ஸாக வேலை வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள். மாதாந்தம் $4000 வரை சம்பாதியுங்கள். வணிக நிறுவனங்கள் ராசா இணையதளத்தின் மூலம் மளிகைப் பொருட்கள் மற்றும் உணவுப் பொருட்களை விற்பதோடு வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு டெலிவரி செய்யலாம். தமிழில் தகவல்களை அறியாளையுங்கள். GTA பற்றி 40 ஆண்டுகள் அறிந்து கொண்டவரும் வீடு விற்பனை துறை ஊடாக மக்களால் அறியப்பட்டவருமான சிவா பிள்ளை. 416-854-0005. Taxi broker licensed by City of Toronto.